In class, the boy sat backwards, struggling to keep himself in check, clenching a pencil tightly between his teeth. The teacher told him to get out of the classroom immediately. The boy saw the principal approaching and immediately stood up. He thought the principal was going to chew him out, but the principal inviting him to the concert instead. At the concert, the boy kept twitching and making weird noises. Everyone stared at him, including his classmates and the teacher, but the principal called him up in front of the whole student body, then asked the boy why he's making strange noises. The boy said he's got this weird illness he can't control or cure. He'd be better off if people didn't look at him differently. There was silence from the stage. The principal kept asking, "What can we do for you?"
I just want to be treated like everybody else.
He finally felt what it was like to be treated as an equal, and at that moment, the principal meant a lot to him. Without a doubt, it was the first ray of hope in life. That's why the boy's heart is brimming with endless admiration and longing for the teaching profession. Over time, the boy grew into adulthood and graduated college with top marks, even securing a preferred job referral. He gradually got over the odd looks from others and his own nightmares. As for the strange noises he sometimes made, he'd simply explain it to people like this.
A dog? Yes, ma'am, that's my dog.
Despite his confidence in embracing his flaws, Tourette's syndrome remains a significant challenge for him. His job interviews kept hitting roadblocks. After the first failure, it was no big deal. He just tried again the second time. The third time's the charm. A school finally took him in, but the principal said there happened to be an opening and his situation could fill it. He realized the principal didn't have the responsibility and care for students that an educator should have. He straight up turned down a golden chance like that. Walking out of the campus, he couldn't hold back any longer and went on a wild rampage to vent his emotions, despite Tourette's making it hard for him to even finish a full sentence. But he never decided to give up. He got back on his feet again. Circle all the schools on the map that he hasn't interviewed with yet. Hope fuels his daily back and forth. He also took on part-time gigs at his contractor dad's construction site to help with daily expenses. But one by one, the schools on his map got crossed off. This was the 25th. As all the schools were starting their terms, he was losing hope. But in the end, fate left a door open for him. A call from the principal of a small school rekindled his hope. He put on a crisp suit and showed up neat and tidy for the interview. They discussed teaching methods for 2 hours, his best interview ever, despite the tough process and constant pushback. But he turned obstacles into advantages for himself. He finally got his own classroom. He made the classroom feel super cozy and even kept an adorable bunny there. The kids filed in, pushing chairs and desks. He was pumped. He didn't hesitate to write about his illness on the board. His humor and positive attitude quickly won over the kids in class. In just one class, he broke the ice by treating the kids as equals. The kids' innocence and charm really brought us closer. After school, they hugged and said goodbye, not wanting to let go. But one girl's dad heard his strange noise and gave him a weird look. The next day, that parent insisted on moving their kid to a different class. It was a real blow for him. Whenever he was in class, that girl would lie on the doorstep and watch in secret. He's heartbroken, but there's nothing he can do. There was another special girl in his class. She's the most attentive in class and always jumps in with answers. At the end of school that day, he noticed that the girl's hair had become less. The girl cheerfully mentioned she was on medication, and his face instantly froze. The girl's mom told her she had leukemia and didn't have much time left.
Heather just loves your class. She can't wait to get to school every day. And I'd be grateful if you kept her secret a little longer. I just don't want her to be singled out.
He held back a smile and waved at the girl, but his eyes were already glistening with tears. In the days that followed, he quietly watched over the girl, but good times don't last, and eventually, she passed away. He was invited to a girl's funeral, but he hesitated at the church door. He was afraid his weird noises might disrupt the solemn atmosphere of the service, but the girl's mom insisted he go in.
You made such a huge difference in Heather's life. You were her favorite teacher. Please don't leave without saying goodbye to her.
As a teacher, this is the highest praise for him. That day marked the annual teacher evaluation at school. The evaluator is grading, and during class, he is encouraging students to think outside the box and boldly expand their ideas. He even called up a friend to bring over their big rig truck for the kids to check out, totally different from the other teacher's style. The kids were super into it. In the end, he got named Teacher of the Year. At the awards ceremony, he thanked everyone around him, including his longtime friend who has Tourette's syndrome. When he says he's learned something from the disease, the children on the stage habitually raised their hands to reply.
Yes, Galen.
You learn to keep going.
Eli?
You learn not to let it stop you.
Yes, Thomas.
You learn not to let it win.
It's a simple truth for adults, but it seems to carry so much weight coming from the children. He taught his students what it meant to work hard and persevere. Don't let anything stop you from following your dreams.